she just want them numbers. Her and her friends turned up, it's a hot girl summer. She got her hands on her knees, she in the mood for something. Getting the money out there, she gon' do it for something. Her and her friends turned up, they in the mood to get jumping. The way they keep on doing this, they got it bumping and jumping. Yeah, she ain't looking this bad for nothing. Yeah, she ain't come out here looking this bad for nothing. Yeah, she looking too good, she do something. Yeah, she gon' turn up cause she wanna do something.
She got her hands on her knees and she moving like a champion. I ain't seen a bitch do it like this. Where she going twerking on the pole like damn it. Let me throw all the ones in my hand handed. Me another drink at the bar, let me toast. It's a celebration while she standing on her toes. The big ass and I wanna go and feel it. Two of them shaking me, now watch me kill it. Two bad bitches in the middle of the lane, talking about they doing my thing, talking about they want my change, talking about they want this game, talking about they want these funds, throw them up, they rake it back, pull it back up in the club and count it back.
The good girls gone bad, that don't mean that they a stripper. You could be the private dancer, I'll be the tipper. Juice box where it fall back, I'll get up. Bounce that ass, let me see it's getting bigger.
She got her hands on her knees, she in the mood for something. Getting the money out there, she gon' do it for something. Her and her friends turned up, they in the mood to get jumping. The way they keep on doing this, they got it bumping and jumping. Yeah, she ain't looking this bad for nothing. Yeah, she ain't come out here looking this bad for nothing. Yeah, she looking too good, she do something. Yeah, she gon' turn up cause she wanna do something. She got her hands on her knees, she in the mood for something. Getting the money out there, she gon' do it for something. Her and her friends turned up, they in the mood to get jumping. The way they keep on doing this, they got it bumping and jumping. Yeah, she ain't looking this bad for nothing. Yeah, she ain't come out here looking this bad for nothing. Yeah, she looking too good, she do something. Yeah, she gon' turn up cause she wanna do something. Yeah, hands on her knees cause she know how to do it this shit. She gon' here be smart but she acting fool on this shit. She getting money out there, she like the mood to be rich. I'm getting money too, so she know how we do it this shit. Yeah, she gon' go ahead and just dance. I'ma make it rain, dear, watch it just prance. She gon' dance, she gon' do it again. Watch it go ahead and it up and do it again. She got her hands on her knees, she in the mood to do something. Yeah, she green hot, yeah, like it's the summer. Pulling down, yeah, she just want them numbers. Her and her friends turned up, it's a hot girl summer. She got her hands on her knees, she in the mood for something. Getting the money out there, she gon' do it for something. Her and her friends turned up, they in the mood to get jumping. The way they keep on doing this, they got it bumping and jumping. Yeah, she ain't looking this bad for nothing. Yeah, she ain't come out here looking this bad for nothing. Yeah, she looking too good, she do something. Yeah, she gon' turn up cause she wanna do something.
She got her hands on her knees and she moving like a champion. I ain't seen a bitch do it like this. Where she going twerking on the pole like damn it. Let me throw all the ones in my hand handed. Me another drink at the bar, let me toast. It's a celebration while she standing on her toes. The big ass and I wanna go and feel it. Two of them shaking me, now watch me kill it. Two bad bitches in the middle of the lane, talking about they doing my thing, talking about they want my change, talking about they want this game, talking about they want these funds, throw them up, they rake it back, pull it back up in the club and count it back.
The good girls gone bad, that don't mean that they a stripper. You could be the private dancer, I'll be the tipper. Juice box where it fall back, I'll get up. Bounce that ass, let me see it's getting bigger.
She got her hands on her knees, she in the mood for something. Getting the money out there, she gon' do it for something. Her and her friends turned up, they in the mood to get jumping. The way they keep on doing this, they got it bumping and jumping. Yeah, she ain't looking this bad for nothing. Yeah, she ain't come out here looking this bad for nothing. Yeah, she looking too good, she do something. Yeah, she gon' turn up cause she wanna do something. She got her hands on her knees, she in the mood for something. Getting the money out there, she gon' do it for something. Her and her friends turned up, they in the mood to get jumping. The way they keep on doing this, they got it bumping and jumping. Yeah, she ain't looking this bad for nothing. Yeah, she ain't come out, looking this bad for nothing. Yeah, she looking too good, she do something. Yeah, she gon' turn up, cause she wanna do something. Yeah, hands on her knees, cause she know how to do with this shit. She gon' ahead, be smart, but she actin' fool on this shit. She getting money out there, she like the mood to be rich. I'm getting money too, so she know how we do with this shit. Yeah, she gon' go ahead and just dance. I'ma make it rain, dead, watch her just prance. She gon' dance, she gon' do it again. Watch her go ahead and clean it up and do it again. She got her hands on her knees, she in the mood to do something. Yeah, she bringing high, like it's the summer. Pulling down, she just want them numbers. Her and her friends turned up, it's a hot girl summer. She got her hands on her knees, she in the mood for something. Getting the money out there, she gon' do it for something. Her and her friends turned up, they in the mood to get jumping. The way they keep on doing this, they got it bumping and jumping. Yeah, she ain't looking this bad for nothing. Yeah, she ain't come out here looking this bad for nothing. Yeah, she looking too good, she do something. Yeah, she gon' turn up, cause she wanna do something.
She got her hands on her knees and she moving like a champion. I ain't seen a bitch do it like this. Where she going twerking on the pole like damn it. Let me throw all the ones in my hand. Me another drink at the bar, let me toast. It's a celebration while she standing on her toes. A big ass and I wanna go and feel it. Two of them shaking me, now watch me kill it. Two bad bitches in the middle of the lane, talking about they doing my thing, talking about they want my change, talking about they want this game, talking about they want these buns, throw them up, they rake it back, pull it back up in the club and count it back.
The good girls gone bad, that don't mean that they a stripper. You could be the private dancer, I'll be the tipper. Juice box where it fall back, I'll get up. Bounce that ass, let me see it's getting bigger.
She got her hands on her knees, she in the mood for something. Getting the money out there, she gon' do it for something. Her and her friends turned up, they in the mood to get jumping. The way they keep on doing this, they got it bumping and jumping. Yeah.
Like a motherfucker, boy. I promise you I did. I felt like twerking on the pole, y'all.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
Yeah, that's a stripper song right there. I like my husband part. He go ham. He said, "Oh, I just like how his voice sound." But anyway, y'all, good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening. Welcome to another beautiful Women Wednesdays, not Wildin' Out Wednesdays.
I guess you want to count on ours.
That's the name the men wind up naming us, but they're gonna have to stop that shit. We're gonna have to figure out something to call them.
Relax.
Right.
Relax.
Yeah.
Relax. Gotta chill. Y'all gotta chill. Because David on the promos and everything, he be like, Wildin' Out Wednesdays. He most definitely stay saying that though. I be like, boy, they call it Wildin' Out. It ain't Wildin' Out.
Messy Men Monday. Look,
Messy Men Monday.
Exactly.
Messy Men Monday.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Boom.
So make sure y'all tune in to Messy Men Monday. Busy one. We got Women Wednesdays, and we got Let's Talk About It Fridays, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
But make sure y'all tune in to my favorite show, which is Messy Men Mondays. Okay, not motivational Mondays.
Right.
What's up, cuz? What's up, Sally? What's up? What's going on?
What's up, brother?
When you coming up here? But anyway,
you have her on here.
huh? What's up, Cleo? That's my boo right there. I love me some Cleo.
She sang, don't she?
Cleo, she probably do everything, honey. She was up here with us. Was she? Yeah.
No,
no. Pretty
Okay,
sure.
no.
Okay.
That's Cleo.
That's that.
Cleo.
Okay, no, I'm thinking of another Cleo.
Okay,
That's the queen.
Yeah, that's the queen.
Okay, yeah.
Shout out to Cleo. We love you.
Queen Cleo.
Yes,
Yeah,
queen
exactly.
right
I love
there.
She had that yellow wow.
Yes, I love her whole vibe. But all right, so
Do the disclaimer.
Yeah.
oh, okay. Let's do the disclaimer. I'm so glad you be reminding me. I be
Because we be
forgetting about it.
getting in, and I'm like, oh, we need to do the disclaimer.
Yeah, I be
No,
forgetting
we
about
can't
the
say
disclaimer.
that. You can't say that with no disclaimer.
Yeah, I be forgetting about it. It ain't coming. Okay, there we go. Everyone on the panel is expressing their opinion, and their opinion is just that, strictly their opinion. It does not reflect on the brand's integrity. So there we go. All right.
She
So,
remixed it.
huh?
No. You remixed
Sure,
it.
I did.
Yeah, you did.
I did. But anyway,
That's Osh mix.
So real quick, I want to talk about the verdict.
Oh my God.
Oh Lord.
I'm so sick of Diddy
Exactly.
and the whole situation. I'm just sick of it.
He got
I'm
2
just
counts.
sick
Well,
of it.
I'm gonna
And
be
3 counts
honest.
not.
I'm gonna be honest though.
Go ahead.
I have not really been following it.
Okay.
I
Ain't
just
been
know
following it
about
at
it.
all.
I haven't been following it, but when I got the little pop up that said verdict, I was interested in knowing what the
hell
verdict
happened?
was gonna be.
Okay.
But I honestly haven't followed it. I don't really care that much to really
Right.
follow it and stuff. But it's very interesting. I can say I was interested in the verdict part, like what he was gonna get, what he was gonna be
Right.
What
charged
about his
for.
prom picture?
Right. Right.
Oh, right. That was that black tie event that I was at. Yeah, I was there. So now I'm just playing. But yeah, so they actually like everything basically they dismissed besides the transportation of the prostitutes.
Okay.
2 counts. And he can serve up to 20 years, but they're saying up to 20 years. He's not gonna get 20 years.
Exactly.
They saying he might just get 3 or he might not get none,
Right.
and he might have to be on a
served.
box.
He might be time served
served. Yeah. So
because he's the first time offender.
and
His first
the one
offense.
white
Yeah.
girl, Audrey O'Day, she made a post that said if he gets out and is not found guilty, she's moving out of the country somewhere. So Audrey,
Oh, that's the one where one she was that girl in his
they
group.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
She been
Yeah.
not liking him. But
Yeah.
I just want to say, honey, just start packing your bags, boo. Okay. But anyway, so I'm gonna be honest. Like, I don't know P. Diddy, but I don't like him because of him putting his hands on the part that I seen with him
Right.
putting his hands on Cassie.
Okay.
But I know that they both ain't really no bust, but I know they both was on drugs. They both was doing dumb shit. She stayed for 10 years.
Right.
But people stay in abusive relationships when a motherfucker not rich.
Right.
Let alone if he's rich and got a lot of power.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna say this. It's easier said than done, where everybody keeps saying what she could have, would have, could have did. It's easier said than done. I'm sorry.
It's
right.
regular people out here. It's like regular couples out here that's a woman's in an abusive relationship and she'll leave and he find her.
Right.
And these regular people
Yeah. That don't got.
that don't have no money
Don't got even a
or no
box of 15.
connections or nothing.
Right.
So I'm not, like I said, I tell my husband, like, I don't know what went on and none of this shit. I wasn't there. I don't know what these
They
women's
just
mind, these women's thought process was, or why they thought, or what. You know what I'm saying? It ain't really about nobody else, what nobody else thinks. It's about what the person that's involved in that, what they are perceiving, what are they believing that's happening, what they think that's going on. You know what I'm saying? Why they're in it. You know what I'm saying? That dictates everything. Now, and I don't know, just because you said they found you not guilty, don't mean that you're not guilty.
Right. That's true. That's true.
You know, I know plenty of people that done beat their cases, and nigga, you know you did this shit.
Like OJ.
See,
My whole point of the matter is we really don't know behind the
No.
scenes, right? And to be honest with you, yeah, people in abusive relationships their mental tend to go back. But at the same token, she decided, because we all got 2 options in life, right? So she decided to go the easy option. And the easy option, she didn't know the consequence. Instead of going the hard option on doing it herself. So they both, to me, and seeing her with her new person she with, the confidence that she got, I can't say that she had low self-esteem. I mean, just what she's portraying now. It's hard to say she had low self-esteem.
it's hard. That for
And
me,
that's the
it's
reason why she
hard.
stayed.
It's for me, it would be hard to understand how she couldn't have the confidence that she has now when she separated herself from that. Because I seen him mollywop her in the hallway and drag her by her hair down the. Now that's just what we seen on camera.
Right.
We don't know what's going on behind the scenes. We don't know what he did to her. We don't know how deep this shit goes.
Right.
But
And we also don't know what she did.
right.
Yeah.
So, but we all know that some individuals, when they get a little bit of money,
Right.
how crazy they act.
Mhm.
So you can only imagine how when somebody has a particular status, if that's already in their character,
Right.
it's only going to be elevated when they get more, when they get a status.
Mhm.
I mean, you could. It's Diddy done been a bully. You know what I'm saying?
And he done got away with a lot of
Throughout
stuff.
his whole career.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Because they
He
was
think
trying to say
he can do what he want to do.
Yeah, because they trying to say that he was part of the Tupac and all that stuff.
He
So
wasn't found.
if anything, if he's a part of anything, like you said, he done got away with too much and his head done got big.
Yeah.
And now he's caught up.
I've been doing it this
Yeah.
long. Ain't nobody done said nothing. That's what anybody that's doing something and they ain't got caught. You know what I'm saying? Thus far.
That's like gambling. People keep gambling because they win.
Right?
And they know that it could take all their money. People spend their rent money, they bill money
Oh, and I don't know how they do that.
to
the
gamble.
whole. I know
Knowing
somebody.
that they know that they can lose everything, but they don't care because they win.
I knew him.
So they get used to winning, and then it's just a thrill.
every
So
time.
they continue to do
Really?
it.
What?
I took $50 with me one time, and I won back 20. And I'm like, okay, I'm done. I can't see me, and I was mad about losing the 30.
So for me, gambling is, you know what I'm saying, I don't play with money like that.
Right.
Now I play with somebody else's money in a minute. And act like I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But I
Your
don't
money.
Nah. I might take 50. I might get a hot 20 for a slot machine. You know what I'm saying? Because I got PTSD. Gambling is a bad situation. It can lead to a whole bunch of other shit and fucking the church's money and all type of shit.
Right.
It's this one thing I wanted to share, but I can't find it. I'm looking for it, y'all. So
I can't do the gambling now.
Mm-mm.
Now, for me, gambling is pure entertainment.
Right.
So, like, we gamble. The family do. We have like card. We used to play poker for like quarters, though.
Yeah.
Not like, you know what I'm saying, a whole bunch of money. Hey, boo.
Don't mind me a little tipsy.
Just
That's
slide
okay.
on through. Just slide on through.
You coming over here?
Why you go that way? Why don't you go through that?
I'm sorry, y'all. Hey, hi.
we got Jada Waiter in the building, y'all. My boo.
I love it.
Jada,
She said it's the crown apple.
Jada feeling wavy right now. She's
She
feeling
is.
real
She
wavy.
waved all
Yay.
Jada Waiter wave through the
Lord.
door.
She
Yeah.
said I made it.
Go ahead. Get your
Okay,
mind
so
right.
I gotta find this post, y'all.
So,
Oh, I found it. Wait.
You found it?
I just gotta upload it. I didn't upload it because I couldn't find it, but I just found it.
okay.
Yeah.
Hey, that is nuts. Wait, she just slid through like.
But I just feel that everybody's on, like everybody, far as the P Diddy thing, they was excited about it. So hey,
Who was excited? People was
All the
showing up
people that
excited.
say free Diddy. It's a free Diddy
his
situation.
family, all that stuff. They was excited about it.
Now, here's my thing, because it was a lot of money. His mother put up some money. I think she put up the properties that she had or whatever. Is she's going to get that back?
I don't know how that works.
For what?
She had put up, from my understanding, because I haven't been following it all, but I had heard that when he first went in there, the mother had put up like bond money or whatever.
Oh, so so what happens is if they didn't let him back out though.
Yeah, so she should have
So
got her money.
she
back.
got her shit
Yeah,
back.
okay.
They don't keep it because they kept him. Now,
But
if you would have skipped town,
yeah.
then they would have came and got her, took her
But
shit.
here's my question, though, because different states do different things, and that's in what, California? This is in California.
Is it California?
I just want to
say y'all all look beautiful.
Thank you.
honey. You
So do you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, Jada.
I
mean, is it?
It's yeah.
She
No,
too
they don't.
nice today.
She got their money back. She got her money. She got her property. She got, so they didn't take her property simply because they don't take her property when they find somebody guilty. your bond, when you put in a bond, that's saying that this person is going to show up for all their court dates.
Exactly. Okay.
They're going to be here. They're not going to try to be on the run, because if they're on the run, any money or property that I put up is going to be confiscated.
Mm.
That's why you don't post bond for nobody.
No. Sorry for your luck.
Take your assets. I didn't know that.
Whatever you put up.
Whatever you put out.
Oh my
So, like, if
God.
somebody-
gamble.
right.
I don't gamble for real.
Like, it's so, like, you know,
You missed it. We was talking about
Them
that
type
too.
of risk, I don't do it.
yeah, like you,
$20, $40 at best. They better flip from there.
We
flip
just
off
was talking
my
about that.
we
It's
just
a
was talking.
casino. And me being Libra, it be
Right.
I be connected to the numbers.
You be
But I don't
connected to
care
the number.
gamble. But when I do, I really hit my $20 and $40 that I'm on investments.
Period.
There you go.
Don't nobody want to lose no money.
Thank you, Lord. He flip it every time.
Uh-huh.
If I get
That's the reason why I took that
It's-
because I was like, I'm not gonna
It's
miss
the
this.
finger. It's the
Right,
finger
she
and
said,
the eyebrow. If
I guess.
if I get,
That's why I
I'd
took that
rather be in
50 because
Vegas,
I wasn't
have an
missing
amazing
it.
Time like I did the roller coaster in Vegas, in the middle of the casino.
Uh-huh.
Like, that was so fun instead of gambling. Like,
so,
Right.
but like my first time I went to Vegas, I gambled. Cause
I mean, I'm still on.
and I
They
hit.
said, hell nah, he's not gonna
I'm
get
play
time.
like
That's
this.
what my brother
I'm gonna play
crazy.
with my money.
That's what he
in the
said.
bank Like this much.
I gamble because as long as you gamble in the casino, you get free drinks.
Oh.
Yes.
Good.
So instead of paying
Yeah.
money to get
Right.
buy drinks,
Ah,
I'm will
Oh,
drinks.
so if I
What-
did the slot machines, I could get free drinks?
Yeah.
sit wherever.
Have you
and
been to
just-
Vegas?
and the drinks don't come
Well,
to
in
you.
Vegas, they give you free drinks all night if you
I need to
gamble.
go.
Well, you
And
can't get too busy ass drunk, but they
Oh,
will
yeah.
continue to. They will come around and give you drinks if you're gambling.
Now most of them,
How many
most of them
times
be
you
like,
been to Vegas,
well,
Taj?
I've been to Vegas about 8 times.
That's so
or
cool,
more.
I've been once.
Or
The
more.
whale.
I want to go just that one time. I want to jump
I've been
out
a
there.
lot. I like
the high
Vegas.
top. The
That's
high-
hard in Vegas.
Yeah,
I like the Bellagio. I like to see
Fuck
all
all
the.
that.
I like to go see all the stuff that's in the Bellagio, and then and all the
You go to all the hotels to see the different.
They got
the water fountain,
Oh, the water fountains and
the
stuff like
fountain,
that.
the fountain thing. I liked it that too.
All right, so I want to talk about a post some girl made
Uh-huh.
on Facebook. Real quick, y'all.
What was it about?
This was the post. This what she had on at the party. She said, I went to a party with my boyfriend yesterday and he was acting really standoffish. He did not introduce himself, introduce me to anyone there and left me alone for most of the party. I didn't know anyone there. It was bothering me. So I expressed my feelings to him, not expecting his response. I never would have thought the man that I've been dating for the last 3 months, it's only been 3 months, girl, was ashamed of me. I thought we were just taking our time and keeping things private, and I allowed this man to move in with me.
In 3 months,
In 3 months?
Right. I can't get the rest of it. She allowed him to move in with her and all extra shit, right?
But what
So-
she got on?
Just the picture, what she got on.
So
So
Cincinnati.
She said
yeah,
she is
I think she is from Cincinnati.
She looked
And
like
then it say,
You
hey,
said she looked like her.
so can you read that, Jada, with the text?
it
Read the
says, "Hey,
text.
you were acting different at the party yesterday. What was up with that? Question mark. You embarrassed me with that outfit you had on. What exactly was wrong with my outfit? Question mark. I wasn't
I'm trying to
dressed
figure it out.
trashy or anything. Elena, you had that half shirt on, knowing you had an oatmeal pie for a stomach.
Oh.
Exclamation mark.
oh,
Where is this coming from? Question mark. You have never had an issue with my stomach. You also know I
Find the whole
I
post.
gave birth to 2 kids. Yeah, but that's another nigga kids! Exclamation mark. Your stomach doesn't look like that because of me, so it's embarrassing as fuck! Exclamation mark. Then when we were around my homeboys, all the girls had nice bodies. I never take you in public again. This why I don't post you! Exclamation mark. Ain't nothing to show off. You say you didn't post me because you're private and didn't want people in your business. Wow, shaking my head.
Okay.
Okay, so look,
Shaking
so
your
So let
tail
me
out
finish.
my house.
Let me finish the rest of the because I didn't get to click on it. She said
he moved in.
she was dating for 3 months. She said I thought we were just taking our time and keeping things private. I allowed this man to move in with me when he lost his job a month after we started dating. You was desperate, and I've been paying all the bills. Desperate, Rihanna, desperado. I really don't know what to do. I don't want to put him out because I'm in love with him. You in love after 3 months? That's the issue. Maybe I should get lipo to look better for him. I don't want another woman to have him. All right, that's
3
the
months?
rest of it.
3 months?
That was all of it. I had to read the rest of that.
3 months?
3 months.
So it's giving
Desperate. I'm sorry.
She wants,
I don't know you, but you giving desperate.
It's given that she's wanting someone to love on her. Now,
Yeah, but he's using her.
Exactly.
Yeah, he's using her. And if women don't realize when they're being used, then you get what you get, right? Because you're not realizing that he's using you, so you're gonna get what you get, and then you're so in love with somebody that just basically told you he is ashamed of you. And versus you,
but come on
clicking
now,
that
come
shit
on,
out.
come on. Then you seen the outfit?
She should have been a little bit more classier.
Yeah.
You know, she looked older. She looked like she looked older.
Now, I mean, I wear half shirts too.
I mean, that ain't got nothing to do with it. It's about the way you wear them. I wear half shirts too.
I mean, but she looks like she put on a t-shirt for the skirt. That's why
that was a t-shirt. That was it was a t-shirt like this.
Like she took the
Yeah.
I mean, you got to dress for your body. I'm sorry, but I don't think 3 months. I can't get past that.
He called her the oatmeal stomach.
It's
said,
the oatmeal.
them your kids, and like he basically disrespected her to the ultimate, right?
Yeah.
But he's living off of her,
right?
And this is the thing. She's being desperate. That's desperate.
She has low self-esteem.
Right, but that still comes in the category of desperate. When people have low self-esteem, they are desperate to have a man. A lot of women. So women, when they are desperate, they are desperate to have a man. So when I say desperate, it's because she's coming off. She let him move in after a month. After a month, she let him move in because he lost his job. Why he couldn't figure it out like everybody else do?
And
go to his mom.
And she's talking about surgically altering her body.
Hi, Teresa.
To make this individual feel better.
Because she want him that bad.
And the truth be told, he don't want you.
He don't.
I mean, here's my thing.
If he
can say this to you and he living off of you.
If he wanted you, he would have stopped you when he came at the door, like, babe,
right.
you ain't about to wear that.
Right.
We're not going over we would he would have stopped. He wouldn't even have let you get out the house.
Right.
If he cared. If he was embarrassed.
That's facts.
He wouldn't let you get out the house. He would have talked to you and told you take that shit out.
Even if it's something wrong with your hair.
Right. Like, baby, nah, that ain't right. Let's change that.
Or you even fixing it.
But not only that, as a woman, I don't feel comfortable dressing super provocative. And I'm about to be out with my man amongst his friends.
Right.
This was his party.
Yeah, that's uncomfortable.
Nah.
Sometimes women don't read the room.
I'm not about to do that.
Yeah.
Cause then you got your dudes and you got other men in here. They might be his friends, associates, whatever, but you got other men in here, and they don't know you, and that's your first impression. You out here half naked, you know what I'm saying, with the oatmeal cream pie belly, like your dude said.
Yeah, but is that really her dude? They only been kicking it for 3 months though. Like
that's her dude. But
because she
not
move in.
That's her dude, but she ain't his girl.
Right. And that's a lot of people. Do that. They in relationships and they in a relationship by themselves.
Yeah. Even married though, it's
But-
people
but
that's married in
Here's
single
my
relationships.
kicker. I'm kind of mad at him because how dare you live off of her and then you dog
And then
her
dog
out.
her out like that.
But she let him.
exactly.
That's what they do.
But
She
she,
let
but
him.
she's allowing him.
She
Men
let him.
only
I
do
mean-
what you allow.
This ain't the first time he talked to her like that.
Nah, it ain't. It can't be the way he.
The-
Was just
listen
like,
to her responses. Listen what
If
she
you ain't
responded.
living with somebody to promote elevation,
Right,
it's always that.
right.
Because you never had intentions and motives to really elevate off of
But she was
being
at that
able
party
to
feeling
say,
like she was single by herself.
I mean, but
But-
she's single with him
She's
living
single
there.
anyway.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm saying he didn't even have the audacity to introduce her. So and then she said, "What should I do? Get a tummy tuck because I don't want nobody else to have him." Baby, somebody already got him.
Right.
That's not her. That's
Somebody
you.
already
You
got
not
him.
his girl.
You just his Rolling Stone.
Yeah.
What's up, Allie?
The stone that he living in.
He's not in a relationship with you.
No,
and
he's
you're
not.
only doing what you allow him to do.
Yeah.
So if you are
She
in
allowed
Cincinnati, baby, let that scrub
Cut that
go.
dead weight. For me, it'd be
He's
more
a
so.
user. He using you.
More so, it'd be more
Yeah.
so like you keeping away, you keeping
You don't
on
see the
this
red
dude,
flags?
you keeping this dude on, and you blocking your blessings.
Right.
Blindfolds on sometimes.
You blocking your blessings. He not meant for me to be in your space.
So you mean to tell me, Miss
Miss you,
whatever your
baby,
name
Ollie.
is, you mean to tell me you don't see the red flags? He treated you was by yourself at the party, then he cut you up in the text and basically told you fuck your kids because them your kids. That's why your stomach look like that. That shit ain't got shit to do with him. Like, why would you allow a person
But
like that?
Els just said,
Why would you allow a person like
This
that
ain't
around
nothing
your
new.
kids? I know it's some shit been going on forever.
right?
Why would you allow that around your kids? Number one, and number two, why wouldn't you have more love for yourself than for him? You don't even know him.
She used to this type. She has to be used to this type of behavior. You know what I'm saying? This might not be her first dude that she's had to talk to her or treat her this way.
She don't love
But
herself
let's
enough
rewind. I just
to
forgot that she had
love
kids. Let's rewind.
Yeah, he cut her up about her stomach. Them your kids.
I forgot she had kids. You let somebody move in with your baby.
Yes, and he could be a molester or anything.
What's
That's why
wrong
I
with
said
y'all,
desperate.
girl?
You ain't hear me say desperate.
I heard you say desperate.
That's
I
right.
mean,
That's
you know how
desperate.
something just clicked like, wait a minute, it's kids involved.
That's desperate.
Why are y'all girls letting these guys move in and y'all got babies?
Say that.
I should have, but I did
You did.
with one.
I mean, but how soon?
I don't like. I
It wasn't
don't.
no 3 months, was it?
I know,
2 weeks.
but probably a little bit, maybe 6 months.
I'm real scared. I was real scared
But
about having other
Right.
people around my children. You know, like, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? Even if I didn't stay with my donor, even if I didn't stay with him, I still would have.
What you said.
Bad decision.
I still wouldn't.
Bad decision. You know it when you're making.
That's what BD stands
You
for.
said
Bad
that making
decision.
that decision.
Right.
That's what
you in
BD
your
stands for.
desperate journey, and you ain't loving yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what it comes down
And
to.
that's why I don't go
and
with
your
that philosophy.
priorities you think isn't
Right.
is all out of order.
Women, anytime a man need to move in with you, that's a red fucking
Red,
flag.
real,
Right.
real
What
flag.
is it that's so hard about that? Like, so any man
Real
that
flag.
immediately be like, "Can I come to your house?" or he ain't
Uh-uh.
got nowhere
Nah.
because he gonna want you to come to his crib
Exactly.
because he's paying his money for it like we doing ours and taking care of our cribs. He's
Right.
gonna invite you to his house, like, "Come to my house, baby. Like, meet me at the house. We gonna
Right.
kick it or whatever and go out. Whatever we gonna do." It's red flags when men immediately want to be like, knowing you got kids. If you tell a man you got kids and he say, "What you doing? Can I come over?" That ain't it.
Right.
That ain't the person for you. That's a red flag. Y'all need to understand that. Y'all need to start reading into that shit when men do shit like that. Because real men is gonna invite you to their house. Because when me and my husband first met, shit, I was all at his house
Right.
packing my bags. I was at his house. Like,
Right.
I'm over here with him. You hear me? Like,
Mhm.
the kids was teenagers. They was like 13, you know.
Right.
So the youngest was 13.
Right.
And so I used to pack my, and he packed my bags to be at his crib. You get what I'm saying? He didn't even meet my kids for over, I don't even know. I think it was over a year or so before.
Right, 'cause he was for you, not for your
I brought him
kids.
around my children. Like I had to ask him, David, if you remember, how long was it before you came around like the kids and met the kids? Let me know, because I really don't remember, but I'm thinking it was a year. They think it was longer or something, because my kids talk about that all the time. But you have to wait to bring people around your children, because people are not to be trusted, and people do stuff to people, kids and all kind of stuff. So especially with having daughters, you can't bring no men, random ass men in your house.
And you can't just
after
say
3
daughters,
months.
it's boys too.
I mean, they do the boys too. But I'm just saying, I was very protective over my daughters, you know. So, you know,
Like
I just want them to stop the philosophy of you got to get under another man to get over another one. I need all the women to stop that philosophy.
Because it's not true.
It's not.
That's how you be out here fucked
Right.
up.
And then I need for women, when you got children.
oh damn, he said it was 2 years.
Oh, I need for women to, when
Right.
you have children, you have to, before you allow your kids' feelings to get involved, you have to vet this man
Yes.
and make sure that this man is honorable. Because see, your kids is sacred. Your home is sacred. That's why when I was dating with my son, I had this one fella that was kicking. He said, I can't come over your house. No, you cannot come over my house. That's my son's house.
That's a red flag, though.
And he was like, oh, he's just a kid. That's his house. And you can't come over. Now we can go somewhere, or we could go over your crib, but you ain't coming over my house. That's his domains. And
And they be upset about that.
Yeah, he was. I said, baby, you can move on, move around.
Move around. Look, relax. Okay. So, Teresa, what's going on, beautiful? She said he definitely doesn't love her. It seems like he doesn't even like her.
He don't.
He don't. He don't.
She's
And
just
then
using her.
She serves a
He's
purpose.
using her, and
Yeah,
she don't.
She served a
peep-
purpose. You said
She's
that
not
right.
peeping. Yeah, his roof over his head.
Right.
She's not understanding the red flag, because she's so caught up and desperate to be with him, and she don't know that he got another woman right now too. But anyway,
Her down.
this is Miss Boss James. How you doing, Miss Boss James? She said, Wiggins Johnson, girl, that's a good question. We as women have the power to teach our young men how to treat a woman. But she getting into the okay, we gonna come back to that one, because we ain't got into the topic just yet, Miss Boss.
We sure haven't. Miss
But we
Boss.
gonna get into that. I'm gonna read that as soon as we get into okay. And Allie. So shit, y'all ready to get into this topic? Because y'all all
They
ready.
said you taking too long.
Yeah. We gonna go ahead and get into
They
this
said get up
topic.
off of that cuckoo brain.
Get up
I'm
off
talking
of the
about the past.
desperate woman. But let's say this. Just sit back, love yourself more. Most definitely get him out your house.
Yeah.
Let him survive on
Quickly.
his own. You said you don't want to kick him out because you're doing too much.
Let
being
them
desperate.
get him back to the streets
Put him back to the streets, get you a nightstand drawer, and then have
and
self-love.
set some boundaries.
and show that oatmeal belly all day long. Because I'm gonna tell you like this, woman. At the end of the day, the next man would be proud to have you on his side,
Right.
with him wearing that outfit with the oatmeal belly. So you have to find
So,
the right person that's gonna love all of that. You feel me? If you ain't with the person,
But she don't
the right
love it all.
person, he's not gonna appreciate it. So you have to find somebody that's gonna appreciate
she don't
that.
need to find nobody.
Exactly.
She did learn how to
They'll
love
come
on.
to her, but I'm saying she need to focus on herself. I said that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She need to focus on herself.
Don't worry about them men.
don't even worry about what's going on. Just focus on you. Love on you.
They
Date
love
you.
on them babies.
And exactly.
So it took 2 years before my husband really came around my children.
Okay.
I was at his house every night, packing my bags all up in there. You hear me? All at his crib. He ain't never come to my house and spend a night. Like I used to be
Your
at,
baby.
I used to be in his house. Right. That's what I used to be in his house. So, and that's what I was attracted to. Like shit, I love this. Like,
Right.
pack my bags, go over here over to
And
his
chill,
shit. You
yeah.
hear what I'm saying? And
You
he
ain't
ain't got to be
chilling
at
at
my
mine.
house, and he wasn't even asking to be at my house.
Mhm.
So that was attractive to me as a woman. Like,
Right.
oh yeah,
Oh,
because I ain't
yeah.
know nobody talking about they want to come to my house, you know. So that was very attractive to me. So yeah, it was on and popping over there at that house. But yeah, so
Let's get into this subject.
okay, hold on. Tamar, what's going on? Yeah, I know. Good greetings. This Tamar, she said everybody looking good.
Oh, thanks, Tamar.
Hey.
Okay, she gonna be ready next Wednesday because she was gonna come on today, come up
Okay.
here actually today. Tamar was. So get well. I hope you feel better. But let's get into this topic though. Okay. So real quick,
You showing a video?
yeah. Uh let me see which one I'm gonna share. Okay. So I'm gonna share this video because I like what he's saying.
Tell y'all, let me tell y'all something, man. Stop saying that a woman can't raise a man. You see what I'm saying? Well, raise a boy into a man. Because yes, they can. They've been doing this shit for years. You got women out there, yeah. 6, 7 women raised me. Ain't that sweet about me? You got women out here been doing this for years, raising their little boys to become men, real men. You see what I'm saying? Now, some of them go a little too far, and them boys get out of hand. But stop saying that a woman, especially if she's a stud, if she a lesbian, she can teach you everything you need to know. Everything you need to know about a woman, how to get a woman, every damn thing. Some of them do more hard work than
I ain't like that part anyway. About the lesbian shit. You don't like that goofy shit. Shut your goofy ass up. You was good until you got to that. Okay. But anyway, yeah, he was good until he got to that. Okay. But I'm gonna say this. Me having a son. Um, I most definitely raised my son, but I lost control after a certain age with my son. So it was more of you a woman, you my mama, you can't really tell me nothing. You know, I'm trying to become a man and be in in my manhood. You get what I'm saying? Even though I showed my son how to be in the toilet, I showed him how to do that thing in that toilet. Like this what you do, you stand up, you don't sit down. You stand up and use the bathroom. You get what I'm saying? I did that. Right. So I taught him certain things, but it was like I couldn't teach him everything, and he got into trouble because of that. You get what I'm saying? Even though I tried to tell him certain things, but I know a lot of women that have raised good men by themselves and men. So I know a lot of women that has raised their sons by themselves. So it can be done. I think it's just a man's point of view when it comes to women, especially black women. They feel, y'all single motherfuckers, y'all can't raise no man. You get what I'm saying? No little boy to be a man, but actually we can. We really can. Especially if we got the um the family and the uncles and the cousins and the male figures in the household and around, then yes, we can raise them because they do have male figures. They got cousins, they got uncles. You get what I'm saying? That's gonna help raise them with you. Especially if they care. Some people, families are not that close where they can't do that, but he had uncles and people around him. So I think we can actually. But I'm gonna say with my son, when he got 15, I lost control of it because it was like he just thought he could do whatever he wanted when he was a boy. So it was like he just did what he wanted to do.
So when he was 15, was it maybe the environment that y'all was living in at the time?
The environment was great. It wasn't but then again, it was the person I was with.
Okay.
I would say that it was the person that I was with. The person that I was with was a hustler, so he was raised up around a motherfucker that was hustling.
Oh, okay.
At 1 year old.
And that's all this person knew. And all this person did was hustle.
Okay.
So, but I blame that on me because I was around it, and he wound up being around it. But I think that us as women, we most definitely show the boys how to take care of themselves when they become men, for sure. And men probably would too, but us as women, we most definitely nurture. We most definitely show them how to take care of yourself, how to do house chores, how to do certain things that to take care of yourself. I always told my son, be a person to have your own. Don't live off the women.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, and we can do opposite shit. Even though once they get grown, they get grown. You can't raise them.
I have 2 sons, and I can say that I definitely know how to raise a child. I can definitely teach both boy and girl to do, certain things. But when it comes to men things with my son that I don't know shit about, then that comes to a point where you have to incorporate your village. And so it's not saying that I can't raise him, but I say only like this. I can't raise my son and show him men things that I don't know how to do. I can't show him things that I have no information on. So that's just gonna be what it is. But I have the ability to seek other individuals who are able to assist in them spaces.
Right.
So as a woman, when you have a son, you should know that, okay, well, I'm gonna need my uncle, or I'm gonna need my cousins, or I'm going to need to get him into this mentoring program so he can have a mentor, someone who show him manly shit that I don't know nothing about. Because I don't want to be super masculine with my son. I don't want to be the disciplinarian and the nurturer. You know what I'm saying? Because that road gets blurred, and 99.9% of the time, you end up being the disciplinarian. And I don't want to emasculate my son. I don't want to make my son feel
My bad, y'all.
You know what I'm saying? Feel like, you know what I'm saying, he has to be in a relationship with someone who's aggressive or someone who's trying, you know what I'm saying, trying to mother him.
Right.
I don't want him to go out and seek relationships where he wants someone to mother him because I mothered him and I smothered him and I didn't make him figure shit out. I figured shit out for him a lot.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know about you, but I said that I'd just be like, well, here you go. You know, not consciously thinking like I need to make him
figure
this shit the fuck out.
Right.
And maybe it might be something minuscule, but real small, but it's the small shit.
It's major though.
It's the small shit that add up and makes you build this young man and to be the man that he is. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't want no bitch ass son.
Right.
I didn't want a super emotional son. I didn't want my son not to be out here, not to have control of his emotions. I didn't want my son, you know what I'm saying? I didn't want my son to be out here arguing with women. I didn't want my son to be a particular way.
Right.
So I knew when it was time for me to subcontract some motherfuckers to come in here and say, hey, I need y'all to step in and I'm going to step back.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The best thing in the world for me was being able to be a mother that doesn't have to be a super aggressive to their son. Like my oldest son, he got the super aggressive me.
Right.
He got because he was my first. So he got the raw, uncut me, you know? And he made me like, I don't know if I want no woman to act like this.
Right.
I said, I might need a woman that's a little more softer or, you know what I'm saying, less combative, you know, type shit. So it can go either way. You know what I'm saying? I know women out here that only got a one son, and that nigga ain't worth shit. Ain't worth shit.
Right.
Because she did everything. She didn't come in and get no outside help, you know what I'm saying, for a man to be like, hey, why you always jumping when this nigga, you know what I'm saying, say he needs some shit? You are Johnny on the spot.
Right.
The fuck you doing that for?
Let him figure it
Let
out.
that nigga figure that shit the fuck out.
Yeah.
Tell the nigga no. Why you always saying yes? Cause he get good grades and he go to school and he this and he that and he don't get you no trouble, so you just gonna give him whatever? Fuck that. That nigga need to know no.
No, make them figure it out. My whole thing about it is, I kind of don't really blame the parents, and that goes for men and women. I blame the system because with my situation, my kids was cool. I was that itch and they boo basically. But my kids was cool until they got out on their own. And I think it's the system of letting these kids think that they've grown before their time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And before I used to be like, oh God, that mother didn't teach her child. But I had to get to a point where, oh God, my kids had it all. And they had the discipline, they had the sweetness, they had the raw dog, they pretty much, I leveled them out. You get what I'm saying? But it don't. But anyway, they got grown before they time, basically, and instead of them staying to the path, they was like, oh shoot, I'm grown, I could do this path. Until they realize, oh shoot. And so then when they call mom, I'm like, no, figure it out. Because see, I put you on this pedestal. You're gonna have to climb back up on that pedestal that I put you on. You get what I'm saying? You let people knock you down. You let your situation of the choices you made knock you down. Now climb that bad boy back up. And then once you climb back up there and you doing cool, maybe I might step in. But right now, you're going to have to climb that pedestal that I put you on. Where I put the status that I put you at, you're going to have to get back there. Because you allowed this society to make you think that you were grown before your time. When really, actual reality, you wasn't. And you decided that what mama taught me or what daddy taught me, I don't want to go that route. I want to go this route. So I guess with me, I don't blame the parents. I blame the society when the kids get grown. Now, if it's some babies, you get what I'm saying? When we be in the store and you be seeing these babies screaming, now it's the parents' fault because you need to show your children when you out and about how to act. But when they become teenagers and that society say that they grown, nah.
It's most definitely up to us to show, regardless if it's male or female,
right,
how the children should act in public. The shit I see, baby. Like my kids honestly never acted like that, like at restaurants, running around and at the stores. Now they tried it. Don't get me wrong, they tried it.
Once.
I done caught them running up under the clothes and just having fun and shit, and I clowned the shit out of them, and they didn't really do it too much.
Mm-hmm.
They knew how to act in public.
Right.
Now when they grown, it's like they don't know how to act in public. To me, I'm like, oh my God, they drinking and doing all that shit. Right. So it's like now they don't know how to act compared to when they was children. They kind of knew how to, like, they didn't want to get in trouble. So they like, I'm gonna chill out.
Right.
And they know they'll, get rewarded if they didn't act out.
Right. And that's what I said, that society come. And they be like, I'm gonna do this route instead of you staying to the route that moms and dads had them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we out on. I don't want to do what the fuck you talking about.
I did that a lot.
I'm gonna do this.
Yeah.
She don't even know what's going on out here. She
right.
act like she knows some shit. She don't know. You know what I'm saying? But for real, but I tell everybody this though. Realistically speaking, our children are us. They take us and they interpret their best impression in their head of us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's always off.
Exactly.
They always forget some shit. You know what I'm saying? You might be the parent that always go to work and take care of responsibilities, but on the weekends you have your adult beverages and you have your flowers and and you go out every weekend. Your kids will see that shit and be like, I'm going out every day. I'm gonna be high all day. And
they most definitely copy it.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, wait, no, you ain't saying what I ain't doing like that. What the fuck are you doing? That's not how that's not. You gotta do that in moderation. You can't just do that shit all the time. That's what you thought you saw. That's what you saw.
That's what they thought they saw.
Yeah.
That's what you took. All the good shit I did.
Yeah.
Fuck that. You want to do the bad shit. You know what I'm saying? You want to do the unproductive shit because that shit look fun.
Right.
You know.
And it was fun and it makes you feel good.
Mm-hmm.
So
until you broke.
Right.
So,
with no house.
what are some things that you struggle with, or that y'all would say y'all struggle with while raising y'all son alone?
I can't technically say that I was alone. My donor was in the house. For the
Yeah,
whole
but sometimes it be alone too.
But you know what? I
Regardless
think
if the donor in the house.
I struggle with, because my husband, he was the good guy, I was the bad guy. And I struggled because I was mad at him because I felt like
You was always the bad guy.
I was always had to be the bad guy and he was sweet to the kids, you know. And the kids even know, let's call dad first because he ain't gonna flip out.
She gonna flip her
Mama
shit.
if I call mama, prime example, if I call mama and borrow money, I'm gonna have to hear this lecture before, and it's true. What you doing with your money? How you? Let's see how we can budget for you. Yeah, I'm gonna give it to you, but I need to see how you budget it because you ain't gonna keep on coming at me.
And that make you not even want to call me and ask me for shit. Thank
Right.
you. Because I don't even want to do the shit with you.
Right.
I really want to say no. Because I don't like to share my fucking money.
But that's what they do. They call dad, you know, and yeah, but it just make me mad sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
Now, my kids don't ask me for shit. They don't. But I think they get that from me because I don't like to call and ask
Right.
nobody for shit.
Right.
Nigga, if I ain't get it, guess what? I don't need it.
Right.
I'm
That's
going
how
to
I
do
roll.
without it. You know what I'm saying? If I don't have it, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm a firm believer that everything I need is going to be provided for me.
Exactly.
So if I don't have it, I guess
I
I
need
can't get it. I don't need it. It ain't meant for me to have. If I was meant for me to have, I'm going to have it.
So you said it wasn't a struggle. Like,
I didn't say it wasn't for my sons never gave me no issues.
I'm gonna say that my struggle with my son was he thought he knew more than me at
Right.
15. He was doing major things at that age that he didn't have no business, only because of who he was around.
Right.
So that was my struggle because I tried to explain to him certain things that I felt he didn't want to listen to because he was becoming into his manhood and he felt like, you're my mom. There's no way
That
you
you
can
know.
tell me
Right.
as a young man growing up what I need to do. So he had to bump his head with that. But it was he always had a male role model around. His daddy was around until he got killed. You know what I'm saying? But his dad got murdered. So at 13, when he was 13. But at the end of the day, his dad was around. He had role models, uncles, cousins, you know, but he still felt like he couldn't listen to the shit I was telling him.
Right.
And that was my struggle. It was him listening to what I was telling him, and everything that I told him happened because he didn't listen. And it wasn't that I was trying to raise him to be a certain way. I just wanted to inform him
Right.
on things that men don't think about.
Right.
Because that's why it's a male, that's why it's a woman.
Mm-hmm.
Because women, but you got to remember, we have one man in our name.
Right.
So we know
Right.
certain things that men don't. And men know certain things that we don't.
Right.
But the things that they know sometimes come off a little behind compared to us as women. And I'm not trying to put them down. They're just a little behind. Some, not all. Some. Because it's young men.
It's a lot of men that don't read the situation and then they bump their head.
Right.
But they're not very intuitive.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They more, you know what I'm saying, 2 plus 2
And
is
not
4.
to put men down, it's just
They
that
logical. That's
they
how
don't.
they logical. They think that's what I said. They 2 plus 2 is 4. You know what I'm saying? They don't have they have some type of inkling of things, but their intuition ain't like ours.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They feeler don't be, you know what I'm saying? They spidey senses ain't tingling. They don't have that. You know? You can sense when you in danger, but you can't, you know what I'm saying? That's probably the extent of their spidey senses.
Right.
You know, they don't process things like women process things. And we don't process things like they process things. They don't
I'm sorry, they said they couldn't hear on YouTube, but that's YouTube right there. So
Let's read some of these questions.
Oh, well, I ain't say that. Did you say that one? What you struggle with? I struggle.
Yeah, the next one was: do men have a responsibility to step up and mentor fatherless boys in the community?
They should, but they don't have to.
Yeah, they should.
I think we all have a responsibility.
They should have to.
We all have a responsibility in our community to do, you know what I'm saying, to put forth things. So some of the men should step up and mentor some of these fatherless boys in the community. The same should go for women, right. You know what I'm saying, who out here that's got these lost little girls out here, you know, that need some help, some guidance, because they out here doing stuff crazy.
I'm gonna use the youth football situation. The reason why I said they should but they don't have to is because this little league stuff, I'm gonna use that for an example, because most of the guys are supposed to, you know, mentor the young individuals, but they too busy trying to find them the next woman.
They fucking a lot of mamas.
And I'm gonna tell you something, because my nephews, they younger than my kids. I had the first grandkids with my mom, and so my kids is grown, and I got younger nephews and stuff, and they in the football. And I went to one of their football games, and they were smoking weed. I said, "Oh my God." They smoking weed on the side.
Coaches.
The coaches.
Yeah.
They were smoking weed on the sideline, holding up their pants. I'm like,
some of the little leagues.
I didn't remember this when my son was in Little League. You know what I'm saying? So they only looking for them the next, like that dude, the next home that they can sit in.
It's unfortunate. Like some of the little leagues are that way. But then you have some of the little league coaches that'll be like, "Hey, so your mama told me,
right?
You was working at the school.
I don't know why it went down.
You know what I'm saying? I need to let me holler at you for a second.
Right.
Matter of fact, run these laps.
That's how it was with my son.
That's my kids. Yeah,
but these new ones,
I don't know the little stuff.
Years ago, I went to a little league meeting, and this was over 15, 16 years ago. I went to a little league meeting, and the only thing the coaches were saying was telling the coaches to quit messing around with the kids' mamas.
Mm-hmm.
And they were saying, if the little motherfucker can't play, he can't play. We ain't putting him in because you fucking his mama.
Right.
I remember that. I would never forget that meeting.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I was in that meeting. This was years ago.
Right. I mean, they were doing it back then, but it was just not as bad as it is
but
now.
Some was trying to put the little boys in because they was messing around with the mamas.
Yeah.
And the mamas was like, "Why you don't put my son in?" And he was a coach, so he was putting in the little boy that couldn't play.
Couldn't play.
But my whole thing is this.
Don't
become a little league coach because you know it's a plethora of single women that's coming with it's coming with their sons.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you got a lot to pick from. You know what I'm saying? Because you saying you helping with her child, and she see you as somebody who's, you know what I'm saying, as someone who's a community member and a helper, not just somebody that's trying to bend her over and put dick in her. I mean, damn.
Exactly.
Like have some, you know what I'm saying? Like
have some coof.
Have some self-control. It's a time and a place for everything. You ain't gotta put dick in every woman that you around. Exactly. Some women you should be like, hey, look, check this. This is kind of like work for me.
Right.
I can't be fucking on you. Because this is like work for me.
Respect
and
the
it's
kids.
Gone, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you keep your son here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm popping up at the house late night.
Right.
They don't even think of nothing like this. How y'all be messing with these little kids and they be like, you don't think that
such and such
you don't think that JoJo know Coach D is dropping off more than motherfucking
dropping off D.
Football.
cleats. You know what I'm saying? That nigga dropping off dick and cleats. You know,
Coach D dropping off the D.
Go
fuck?
see dropping off the D.
Yeah.
this shit is crazy.
Yeah, that's what he doing. So are some men broken because their mothers tried to raise them into men without help?
It depends if you get a trash ass mama. Now I know
Right.
some women out here who have raised their sons, but they raised their sons to be their man.
Right.
They raise their sons to take care of them. Like when they need money, they raise their son to be
get the
able
money.
to go to their son and get money from their son because they need that. They need to pay a bill or they need this or they need that. They always calling their son when they need something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I had one about that too.
That's trash. You trash.
I think
Yes.
they broken because the daddies left. I don't think it's the mamas. I think it's the daddy.
I don't know because I know some men. I know a lot of men that got women issues for having a trash ass mama.
Yeah, you're right.
Trash. Like your mama take your money.
Uh-huh.
Your mama, you know what I'm
Your
saying? Your
mama
mama
steal
stealing
from
from you. Your mama, you know what I'm saying?
Using
Like,
credit cards.
right. Your mama putting shit
And then
in
I
your
gotta
name.
fix it for you.
She using your social security.
Right. Your mama-
Right.
Everything you got your
Mama
mama
put a
taking.
bill in your name.
Right.
And you didn't realize that your credit
You
Yeah.
effed up.
You 12.
When mothers do that, they are horrible mothers.
Man,
That's
you
just my
12, you
definition.
12, 13. And your mama is
Right.
your mama push you out in the streets and sell dope because she needs you to pay these bills. What?
Mm.
Because she don't want to go to work.
That
Mm-mm.
that
Trash.
is trash.
Right.
It really is.
Trash.
And I'm gonna be honest.
It's
like,
horrible.
yeah, women do that a lot though. I know
Yeah.
women that do that.
And I be sad for the little boys though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or your mama out here. Your mama outside. Your mama outside the
All you
streets.
see is men in and out.
In and
your
out the house. In and
Right.
out the house. In and out the house.
Is that another uncle?
Yeah. And sometimes the women be like, "This your uncle." Call him uncle.
You know what I'm saying? Like kids are stupid. Like I just never understood it. Like kids ain't stupid.
Nah, they know
They
very
know.
well.
They know.
So should single mothers be held accountable for not seeking out male role models for their sons?
No, because that go back to what I was saying. You got too many of these men trying to get in them draws instead of actually putting into and exactly what dude said. Them ain't my kids.
I think women automatically seek out male role models for their kids when they out with multiple different men and when they got children and they got them in and out their house and they are out seeking.
Let me
And
tell
I
you
think-
why I'm saying that they're not out seeking. Because if you lay in the bed with somebody, you ain't seeking nothing for your kids. You seeking that
For
D.
yourself, right?
I think
But you in your mind, you think you seeking, but no, you're not. You seeking that D that has that feel good.
seeking mentors for your children
Right.
is going to the king of king, the men, the king, whatever the little king men program is out here.
Right.
My cousin was a part of, and taking your son to those.
What is that? The mentor, brother, something group.
It's a couple of different groups here, but it's going to those individuals and being like, hey,
That's what it is.
How
Big
did-
brother.
how does my son, you know what I'm saying, become a part of this organization?
Mhm.
What are you taking him to the events? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? You know what I'm saying? Making sure that, you know what I'm saying, you have a dialogue with the, and you're not going to share no juices with this motherfucker.
Right.
It's actually a situation where you are here strictly here to help me with my son. Help my son with certain shit. Help my son know what it is to be chivalrous.
Right.
Help my son with what it is to have, you know what I'm saying, with his manners and look at somebody in the eye and learn how to do an interview. And you know what I'm saying, the things of that nature.
And let him know that just because he cried don't mean that he weak.
Right.
Yeah.
Show him how to show, you know what I'm saying, and from a man's perspective, show him how to deal with his emotions.
Right.
That's the type of shit that you need to be showing, you know what I'm saying, these little boys out here need to be learning. Not how to
But
sell.
half of these grown men need to learn still.
That's why I said you got to find these organizations.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And 9 times out of 10, it'd be an old deacon or somebody, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Deacon Brother Johnson done started this organization. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
And he from South Carolina.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And his daddy his granddaddy, and you know what I'm
Uh-huh.
saying, from a long line.
Yeah,
of,
but that Deacon Johnson trying to get that Deacon Johnson.
I'm crying.
That's what that Deacon Johnson trying to get. That Deacon Johnson trying to get that Deacon Johnson. You feel me?
I don't
And a
know.
lot of the it's a lot of people shit goes on in them churches
That is
that
true.
people don't know about.
It is true.
And
You don't know
and
that.
you noticing it's a lot of little boys that they going after nowadays.
Yeah.
It's the girls, but they going
They
after the
things are
boys.
going
So
after the
don't
boys, yeah.
because you know why? Because a lot of the boys are being raised by the mothers by themselves, and the mothers is thinking because he's a deacon and he's this church person that he's not gonna do no harm to her child.
Not all
So
mothers.
she's
Not
letting
all
them.
mothers.
I know, but a lot of women is letting the deacons get the deacons.
Let me tell you something. When I say itching my kids' boots, my kids they didn't, and I don't know if because something happened to me when I was younger, and that could be, but
Do you know?
my kids could not. I know something happened to me, but I'm saying I don't know if that's the reason why I was like this with my kids. They could not go and spend the night over people's
Hell no.
house.
No.
They could not. And then I also had a friend brother who spent the night with some friends and he ended up getting shot. You know what I'm saying? This was some years ago. But however, that was a little scare to me too, where they friends could come over my house because I know how my house is running. But you going over there, nah, that ain't going down, you know. Or if they go somewhere, I'll be y'all chauffeur. You know, I might have complained about it, but I'll be your chauffeur.
It wasn't a whole bunch of people that was out to come spend the night in my
Yeah.
house because I don't know how y'all live and you
Nothing
can't,
happened to me.
you can't bring nothing. Don't bring you and something else
Right.
when you come over my house.
Right.
Like I'm saying, you know. So my kids, I had daughters and sons, but I was really that way with my daughters. Do they got a daddy? Do they mama
Right.
got a boyfriend?
Friend, boy.
Do they got brothers? Matter of fact, don't even worry about it because you got a whole
Same
you
shit
got a
I
whole
did.
slew of cousins.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That you go spend
That
the
you
night
can go
with.
spend the night with.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That I'm more comfortable with because I know my cousin ain't gonna do nothing to you.
Right.
And ain't no niggas over there.
Right.
It's
Right.
other
I
than your
used to
cousin.
tell them what they ain't gonna do to
I did
them,
the
they gonna
same
do it to
thing.
you.
Yeah, I did the same thing. I questioned it about dogs, brothers, but it could be the girls too. So it's not
Yeah.
just about the them being there with the sons and the uncles and the cousins.
Yeah.
It could be the children themselves because children, when they get by themselves, they feel on each other.
Right.
Hey, you ain't
And-
telling me nothing because you know my
Yeah,
my daughter
they
gay.
feel on each other.
Right.
They do shit that we don't be knowing about.
Mhm.
But we just have to stay focused and kind of pay
Right.
attention to it and don't let them be alone too long by themselves. Check on them. Let them know somebody watching them. Let them know somebody checking on them. But
Right.
children do things on their own with to other
sure.
children
Yeah.
without us even knowing. Like they will do certain things. Like
I had to stop letting my daughter have girls up to the house when she said she wanted to be like she was gay. Oh, you know, no, can so and so? No, she cannot.
Right.
Why not? That's my friend. I don't care.
Yeah.
You like coochie?
Right.
Ain't about to have it. No.
You ain't about to have no in-house coochie.
yeah, but
Right.
we most definitely. I never allow my children to go, to people's houses.
I
My
don't know.
daughters, right?
I don't know.
But
them.
go back to the son. He was able to.
My son didn't want to go nowhere.
I didn't let both of them. I ain't.
My son was able to. Like he knew he got a lot of brothers and sisters, so he used to be over at his brothers and sisters, his grandmas, and
I think reason why I was the way I was was on a fair thing because when I was growing up, like for instance, like with my mom's family, it was favoritism in some of the grandkids, right? And then when I was a teenager when I came on with my dad, right? And I felt like, and my dad even said it. He was like, if you was a boy, then you could have did it.
I ain't
The
gonna hold
hell
you.
you mean?
I ain't gonna hold you. I did the same shit. I did the same shit with my daughter. Why you let Zay go? I said because you got a pussy. That's why. And I ain't about to let nobody knock you
Okay.
upside your head and take your shit.
That's what he used to say. If
You
you
be-
a boy.
You be more, it be more likely. You know what I'm saying? Because I know how
they do
I,
the boys like that.
I did that because I was young once, and I got, you know what I'm saying, I done had ass my whole life. It ain't nothing like being 10, 11 and grown ass men
Right.
saying shit to you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it could have been me. You know what I'm saying? Like my husband said the other day, like I was super hard on my daughters because ain't no way.
Right.
That's the worst thing. Somebody take your shit.
Right. Right.
That fucks with you up here.
Yeah, it do.
You know what I'm saying? I was more worried about my son's safety when it came to white people and the police.
Okay.
That was my fear for my boys. My girls, it was just men in general.
People.
People
Yeah.
in general. Because when my daughters was they was 100 and some pounds wet.
Right.
Bitch, I don't care what you say you like. It's human trafficking going on out here.
Yeah. Yeah.
They will pick y'all little teensy asses up and throw y'all with one of these kidnap vans, and I won't never see you again.
Yeah. My sister, my daughter had it all.
Yeah, and these grown men,
baby,
like little girls.
You know what I'm saying?
A lot of them.
So it was. I was definitely. I ain't gonna lie. I was biased. I was definitely that way with my sons and my daughters. But my oldest son, I was like, "Don't you want to get some friends? Don't you want?" He'd be like, "For what?" He'd be like, "For what?" So when you want her to come spend the night, he'd be like, "For what?" I was like, "Okay, then it's cool." My youngest son,
he was friendly.
He ain't like to share his shit. He still don't. You know what I'm saying? And he had one sleepover when he turned like 14. He got his cousins. It wasn't even his friends. This is your cousins. I let his cousins come to the house. It was probably like about 6 of them
He
total.
didn't want to share.
He didn't want to share. He was putting toys and shit up in the other bedroom, hiding shit. You know what I'm saying?
That.
You know what I'm saying? And then, you know what I'm saying? You know how cousins be? They started picking on one another.
Right.
And he get mad.
Right. Boys.
Nah.
Oh, that's a good
Nah.
question.
I'm ready for them to go home. I said, well, they ain't leaving till Sunday. So I guess
Right.
you wanted this.
Right.
So
You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
So let me ask this question. So my husband's talking about the boys.
Uh-huh.
He want to know what advice would we give to a single mother who basically is raising a boy and chooses to be a single mother because the relationship with the father didn't work. So she ain't choosing it. It didn't work.
Right.
It didn't work out. Now she won't let the kids be around the father until she gets tired and can't control the child anymore.
So I say in these situations, y'all both equally have to learn how to co-parent.
Right.
I understand. I understand that sometimes women, and I'm a woman. Sometimes we can be difficult. Sometimes our emotions get the best of us and things of that nature. But you have to come to a point when you have to, you know, what I'm saying, somebody's got to be the bigger person and understand that y'all there for these kids. It ain't about y'all. It ain't about how you feel about her. It ain't about how she feel about you. It's about y'all co-parenting and coming together for these children. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you with somebody, you know what I'm saying, that can't get over the fact that y'all not together no more, you know what I'm saying? Then, I mean, what do you say? You pick that person. You know what I'm saying? So you have to figure the fuck out how y'all gonna be able to make this shit work, you know what I'm saying, for these kids. But you can't, you know what I'm saying, when it men and women, you can't negate, oh, she be tripping, or oh, he this, or oh, she that, or oh, you know what I'm saying? You fuck them. You chose to put your dick in them. You chose to open up your legs and get this nigga some pussy. So guess what? Now y'all got kids and y'all gotta figure that shit the fuck out.
Exactly.
Somebody gotta be the bigger person.
Somebody gotta be the bigger person.
Or
Bottom white folks.
You go down there to 800 Broadway and get visitation. Look at all that.
A lot of men don't do that though.
And they need to.
They don't really want to.
Especially if they got, especially these women that be using the kids. Because it is women out there that be using the
do
kids.
it. Mm-hmm.
Go get visitation rights. Matter of fact, I say go get shared parenting rights.
Right.
But if you a type of person that ain't gonna be right for the kid, leave that alone.
But you also gotta realize, so a lot of some of these dudes, they ain't got their ducks in a row.
Right.
So go downtown. They might not have, you know what I'm saying, W-2s.
Okay.
They might not have a lease agreement. You know what I'm saying? They might not, you know what I'm saying? They might not have
what they need.
Proper, you know what I'm saying, transportation and lodging for this, you know what I'm saying?
And so let me tell you this on this point. Because 9 times out of 10, we talking about people that just screwed, made a baby, wasn't married.
Mhm.
So this is a
It's a lot of
juvenile
that.
court, right? So when it comes down to juvenile court, you got a child support order, and then if you go, you got a visitation order. Visitation ain't asking for no W-2s.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Visitation ain't asking, do you want a home? Now, if you asking for custody, then they gonna get into, do you got a room for this child?
Right.
Right.
But
right.
if you just getting visitation where this child coming over, you could be over your mama house visiting with your baby.
Right.
Don't let nobody stop you from being a parent.
They don't like they let the downtown system stop them from being because they don't want to go to court.
And I hate to hear
I
a
don't
man
want to
say,
go to court.
"Oh, she didn't let me see my child.
I don't want to go to
my
court.
child." Carry your butt down there and do any means necessary to see your
Take
child.
control of that because you
Hold
can.
on. It's been situations where men have did that, and they didn't follow through on the results on their end.
Who didn't follow through?
The
woman?
man.
Man, I mean, like they didn't had a conversation where the woman knew what was going on in her household. You know what I'm saying? She ain't living right, but you know what I mean. And he let the case go. Like, all right, I ain't even gonna deal with it like that. I ain't gonna put them all in your
That's
face.
on him.
Come over there.
That's
was on
that's
him.
definitely his fault.
That was his fault.
Definitely his fault.
Because you
That's on
dropped the
him.
ball
You
on
can't-
your baby.
You can't.
So basically, you said it's okay for you to live like that with my kids as long as I don't get them permanently. It's basically what the person's saying. Because if you know the mother is living a certain type of way and she not doing what she's supposed to do with the kids, and you as the father say, okay, I'm not gonna let them be in your business. Basically, you taking the lane way out, and you gonna let the kids stay over there because you don't want that responsibility.
Only reason I can say that a man wouldn't do that is if you know if you
don't want the responsibility.
if only way I can understand a man not doing that is if you call and involve them people, they come in, they take your kids, and the man can't get the kids, so the kids end up in the system.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? They not going if they won't. If you don't feel like you don't want to do that because you don't want the kids to end up in the system because you know they're not gonna give them to you.
Right.
You know they not.
People need to quit having kids.
My only
I can
suggestion.
see that point.
I can see that point.
Yeah, I can see that point.
But
Not
if-
doing
I
that
can
because
see
you
that
know
point. I can
that
see
you
that
know
point.
that your kids ain't gonna come to you because of the
I can
choices
see
you made,
that, yes.
probably in your younger years.
Some women be bitter, and they won't let you see the kids on purpose, and that's how they choose the kids.
But they only don't let good men see their kids. They don't let the men that don't want to see the kids. That's the difference between the bitter women.
Mhm.
The bitter women allow the men that don't really give a fuck like that see their kids.
It's the man that
It's
they
the
get
man
most
that
money
really
from.
want to
Yeah.
see their kids and really
So,
care
yeah.
about their kids. It's the ones that they treat like that.
I kind
Exactly.
of feel like men just don't. Y'all just don't fight enough for me.
They don't.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like I've been like with my donor and his other baby mama.
That ain't your donor. Okay, go ahead.
She
Yo, baby daddy.
was that's the kid, that's them kids' daddy. She was she was very controlling, trying to dictate a lot of things of that nature. And you know what I'm saying? He took it upon himself to say, fuck you. I ain't doing shit. You know what I'm saying? You're not about to dictate how you gonna do X, Y, and Z.
Right.
You take care of it then. You handle all that then. Or take me downtown to child support court and I bet you won't get up $25 for me.
Well, yeah, that's what they do. They'll tell you that.
You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't like he wasn't trying to do for her. She just wanted to dictate how you do it and when you
Right.
do it and what you
And
do
who
it
you
on.
do it with.
Right.
Yeah.
Nah, you don't get to do that. Men need to set up boundaries with these
With the women.
women.
Right.
Okay,
Talk to me out there,
Sam.
Need to set up boundaries with these women to let them know you're not running nothing. You know what I'm saying? I want to take care of
You
my
see how she cut it up?
I want to take care of my child, but you don't get to tell me how I do that.
Exactly.
Women want to tell you that though.
You don't get to tell me how to, because you didn't create this life by yourself.
That's true.
I'm willing to help. I want to be involved, but you're not gonna tell me you're not my mama. This is my child too.
Now, the only way I can see that a woman is allowed to be controlling is when it comes down to like appointments. If our child is gonna come to you and I'm telling you, hey, you got a dentist appointment.
And you missed
that appointment,
and you know you can't say you can't come back.
Woo! And it's hard to get a dentist appointment.
You hear me?
Now that's when I can say a woman can be controlling. You got me messed up, partner. No, the child ain't coming over your house, especially when they got an appointment.
First of all, he wasn't about to do none of that. But I wouldn't know. I'd be like, you could come. We'll be back from the doctors at this time, appointment at this time, so we'll get back home. We can pick him up then.
Right.
Or we be back here at this time. You can pick him up then. Or we back at the house. You know what I'm saying? You can be on your way. Mm-hmm. Or we on the way to the house. You can be on your way. I wasn't that. Look, I didn't care. That's your daddy. That's y'all daddy. Come get them.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Just give the child
here. Come get them. I was never.
Let me point this out.
I was never invasive. I let them have a relationship with their daddy, so y'all can see what I already know.
I'm gonna point something out to you. With my son and his father. When my son turned 10, and a lot of people might say, "Oh, you shouldn't have did that." When he turned 10, he got him his own cell phone. Mm-hmm. Ain't no need for you to contact me.
Not at all.
You and your son contact.
Yeah.
And my son will come and tell me, Daddy want to come in, da 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 da. Okay, let's make it happen. He ain't need to talk to me no more. Because he was a something. Okay. We went to court for visitation. And I asked him, because he claimed that I wasn't letting him see his son. So I said, okay, you come and get them Friday from school. Okay. And drop them off Monday at school. You need to see me. I need to see you, and you actually see your son. Right. You know, he told the course, I ain't no babysitter.
That's the worst thing in the world.
Right.
How you babysit your own children?
But men say that a lot.
Men
they
babysit
I ain't babysitting. That's your baby.
You ain't giving me no break.
Not when you got on 24 hours.
And just to let you know, I've been thinking of something equivalent to how you got me on Wednesday.
Oh, you mean Monday?
Yeah.
See, you was all mixed up. You said Wednesday, Monday.
Because I meant to have it for you today on Wednesday, but
what would you have?
Yeah, what would you have?
What would you have?
What would you get?
Something that men feel that women don't feel.
What would you feel?
What would
you feel?
What do y'all feel?
Kicking a nun?
A slip kick in the testicles. That's gonna put you down. But
you trying to hurt us?
But we have.
I mean, you can kick a woman in her growing.
Okay, so we got a caller though. We got a caller.
Right.
Ain't nothing beating that.
Right. What's good,
Especially
caller?
when it's in your uterus wall.
Welcome to Day to Day. We got a caller from Los Angeles.
All right.
California, or that's just a number. Hello?
Well, greetings, ladies.
Greetings. What's going on with you? Thank you for calling in to Women Wednesdays tonight.
Yes, and thank you guys for the invitation. You guys look so beautiful sitting up there on the panel table. I mean, the panel, and it's an interesting
like cousin Tyrone.
It is. See, you know, when a cousin know a cousin, yeah. How you guys doing? I caught you guys again. and y'all done, picked an interesting topic, a single parent, a single mother. And the first thing I want to do is encourage her in her position. If you're going to be a single mom or a single parent, be that single mom, that single parent, take on that role and put all your positive energies into it and make it, what it is. Now, of course, there's going to be, some bumps in the road, and that's dealing with the father. Yes, I know we as men can be very difficult in situations such as that. And, and we can be, very, disencouraging as well. But, my thing is that, in dealing with the situation. Now it's not just a reality, it's an actuality. And so now it's an act that you actually have to carry out. And I'm not trying to take away the seriousness of the situation by saying it's an act, but that's what it is. It's now, another act in your life, this journal that we're writing called life. And so, you have to take on, those reins, and you have to do it, in accordance. And, putting yourself, in some situations as far as humility, it's going to be difficult. Yeah, you got these kids, you're trying to run your personal life, and then you have to deal with this man on the side, and then you got to deal with the rest of us. That can be, very complicated and challenging for a woman, but, like I said, my thing is, just to encourage her, be that single woman, learn what it has to offer you. It's not a bad position to be in. It may seem difficult at the time, but, once you grab the reins and, just take it head on, you see, oh, this can be a beautiful thing. Why? Because once you get into it and it blossoms, it opens up new opportunities. It opens up the opportunity for you to meet a new soulmate, for you to really dive into your kids' life and bring out their potential, not only theirs, but yours as well. Sometimes we go into, relationships not knowing who we are, what our potential is, and then actually going through it and finding out some things, and then coming out, we see, as they say, different spectrums. We see different lights now, and so that's a beautiful thing, especially if we take hold of it. So yeah, I just want to encourage, the woman to, just take on a role and be successful at it. Listen, I was raised by single women, all around me. My mom was a single woman, even though my dad was there. She wanted to marry him. He didn't want to get married. Was he the greatest father? You know what I'm saying? In the boys' eyes, we think so. In the girls' eyes, they think not. Now me being a baby, I'm in between. I saw some greatness and then I saw some weakness. Could he have been better? Of course, we all could be better. Could my mom have been better? I think she's superwoman, but, being older and looking back, yes, I feel she could have been better. But did she do some amazing things? Oh, hell yeah. Did she sacrifice? Oh, my gosh. If I could tell you one of the stories that, really knocked me aback about my mother, it makes me cry every time I think about it. And what she did for me and why she did it and how she took it on really just amazed me. And then how she reconciled the situation later on. And basically what she did was she stole from a family friend to feed me at the end of the month because there was no food in the house.
Wait,
and she
stole from who?
A family friend, because they were up to our house and some money had fell out of their pocket. And because it was the end of the month and she knew I was sitting there hungry, there was no food in the house. This was back in, the mid 80s, early 80s, mid 80s. And, there was no food in the house. And she made a decision. And was it wrong? Was it wrong? Of course it was. We don't take nobody's property. But then when I look at what it did for me, oh my gosh, I'm like, you would sacrifice all your dignity and integrity to do that for me, to feed your child. And then in reconciling the situation, she went back to the family friend and told them everything that happened and made restitution.
I mean, women, to be honest with you, women do some things,
You see? And so she stepped into her position. Do you get what I'm saying? She stepped into her position And yeah, there were some things that were unfavorable to her, but yet she took it on and came out on the other side, you know, to me, a more beautiful individual, made me stronger. And look at me today. Here it is, 54 years later, after birth, not the situation, but after birth. Look where I am now. I'm still thriving, you know, and has it touched my heart with compassion for others to have understanding? Of course. Because see, I was just a byproduct
But you
of the
was raised,
situation.
so you was raised by your by women.
I was, you know, my mom, my aunt, my grandmother, my immediate cousins, which I call my aunts now because that's how we were raised. And Crystal knows this, you know, we call Aunt Pat. And Aunt Eileen and Grandma Boogie. You get what I'm saying? And so these are, you know, not immediate relatives, but to me they are because they were always in my life. These were outlets for me as a child. Because if my mother would have chose to be isolated with herself and her kids, then the outlets that I had to, you know, to become a better person, to shine, to learn something wouldn't have been there. So, you know, this is my encouragement that I give to, you know, not just, you know, single moms, but single dads as well. Because men, we find ourselves in the same situation. You know, just step into the position, you know, take it on and give it a personality, a life. And so I don't want to take up all your time in the conversation.
For sure. We appreciate
that.
We appreciate you.
You put a whole blanket on everything.
For calling in and but it's people in here need to get out of here because it's 11 songs, so we about to wrap it up. Well, I love you, cuz. Thank you for calling in and sharing it. We appreciate you tuning in.
Yes, and you know the funny part, I always catch you guys at the end, and I'm like, oh my goodness, you know. But you know, I thank you guys. I thank you guys for.
Where he at? They 3 hours behind.
Yeah. Y'all 3 hours behind Tyrone, ain't you?
But thank you for having me on the list, man. I appreciate that. You know, so much love.
Love you. All right, so real quick, Alethea Williams, shout out, sis. She say women are not able to accept what the men is offering for the kids because they see it as not enough. But they will struggle with not having enough on their own. Women have to allow men to grow financially and responsibly. We ain't gotta allow nothing because we doing it on our own. So why we gotta allow them to wait until they grow financially and responsible to take care of their kids? So what I'm saying is, why do we gotta allow for the men to grow financially and responsibly? Like, we automatically got to be responsible. We automatically got to pay. We automatically got to be financial. So why we got to wait for somebody else to do that for our children? I don't get that part.
I mean, but if you pick that person and they're not a responsible individual or they're not financially stable, and you lay with this person knowing these things, and y'all bear, you know what I'm saying, y'all bear children with it, you don't have to. It's ideal that you try to work with that person for them to be responsible, whatever. But I would anticipate that, hey, it should be some type of switch on you, like, hey, check this, we got a kid now, so we can't be playing.
Go out and get about 5 jobs.
So she said, if a man struggles financially, he's a deadbeat. If a woman struggles, she's making it away. To me, you become a deadbeat because you ain't there helping with your child.
You're not accountable. You're not handling your
And
responsibilities.
so that's how you become a deadbeat. But being financially struggled, no, you ain't automatically a deadbeat. You a deadbeat because you feel like any money you make is staying in your pocket and not feeding them kids. Where the woman, she do make it away because any money she make, she got to feed them babies, or they gonna be pulling on that skirt tail saying, "Mommy, I'm hungry."
I say it like this: like they say, a woman is making because she has that child.
Yeah,
She has no choice. She's got the
You gotta
child.
back up.
She's got it.
Back up.
It's the
You could be a deadbeat.
You know,
with
say
money.
she got a
It don't
child.
matter.
She got a child, and she gotta take care. She don't get no days off.
No.
She don't get no break. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Unless you know what I'm saying, you have somebody in your circle in your village that's giving you that. If she doesn't, then there's no days off, 24/7, and she has to make a way. A man struggling financially is not automatically a deadbeat, because if you don't have the financial things to give, you have fucking time.
I say it's the time.
You can spend time with your children. You know what I'm saying? Like
You can take some of the pressure.
I don't-
Like she rushing to get them to school because you don't got the money. You can say, "Baby, I can take them to school.
I'll be over to the house at 6:30.
And you go ahead and go to work.
I'll make sure they get dressed and everything like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And take them to school, or make sure they get to the bus. It's time. Any parent that's got kids will tell you, what would your kids rather have? Your time or your money?
They rather have
Kids
time.
rather have your time.
for memories.
Period. They them Xboxes and PlayStations and all that shit. Kids play with shit for a small period of time, and next thing you know, that shit in the corner somewhere. They don't give a fuck about none of that. But your time is the most important thing. The jewels that you drop, the memories that you make. Right. Those are the most important things. When you don't spend that time, yeah, you a deadbeat motherfucker. You could have $1 million and be a deadbeat.
Sure can.
Sure can.
You most definitely can. So it ain't about financially. It's about the time when it comes to the children. The children need the time. And I'm gonna be honest, like I was one of them mothers where when me and my daughter's father wasn't together, I still made sure that, I mean, he still had him. Still to this day, he's still close to him, whatever. I never made them not be around him just because he didn't financially help me, which he should have, which made him be like, lacking. He was lacking on that part, but he still had that time with them, and they remember their time, and they still close to their daddy still to this day. So that's what I most definitely wanted them to have, is that closeness and to have their daddy. And I wasn't going to be, you ain't do this and you ain't do that. I just took care of it on my own because obviously he wasn't trying to financially help me because he was on some other shit. You get what I'm saying? So
I ain't never
you
been
can't
that
really
person.
focus on it.
I ain't never liked child support. I was always a person that I feel like if I need it, it's gonna be provided. And I say that for forever. Like if I need it, it's gonna be provided. Some way, shape, or fashion. It's always worked out like that way for me in my whole entire life. And I was always under that pressure, like, hey, if you don't want to come get these kids, or if you don't want to help out or nothing like that, that's your loss. You know what I'm saying? They gon', you know what I'm saying? You get when you get out what you put in. If you don't put shit in, you ain't gonna get shit out. If you don't plant no seeds, you ain't nothing gonna grow in your garden. Period. I would hate to be a parent who didn't sow no seeds on my kids and I ain't paid up to participate with them, and then I'm old.
Right.
Who gonna come see you? Who gonna take care of you?
Right.
Who gonna love on you? Exactly. You know what I'm saying? That's you know what I'm saying. Your kids do that. You know what I'm saying. You take care of them when you know what I'm saying. Raise them to be adults and pour into them and everything like that. And when your time and you old and everything, you know what I'm saying. How it's supposed to go is your kids take care of you and they help you and they pour into you as gratitude for all the years that you took care of me.
Right.
I'm a firm believer in that shit. You get in what you put out. And if you don't get put in nothing, ain't nobody gonna come visit you. You're gonna enjoy ass up in the home, some motherfucking where, lonely, by yourself, and mad. Angry. I seen it.
Yeah,
It is
but
what it is.
I totally agree. I agree. I just think that it ain't always about women need to let their children spend the time with the
Yes, they
fathers,
do.
but they be worried about the financial. If you not financially helping, then you can't do this and you can't do that. And
But it goes back to what you said. It's
You had to pay for that
mainly
pussy.
it's mainly the men that's trying.
You
When you
had
had
to.
said it early, Hosh, when you
Mhm.
said it's mainly the men that's trying versus
Yeah.
the men that's not trying. The men that's not trying, the women be breaking down their doors, worried about what woman they with. But the men that's really trying and that's
Oh,
paying
yeah.
and all
Because that's
that,
control.
they want to control.
That's the
them.
control. That's the
Yeah.
control aspect. Ooh, I got you.
Even when I did
I
child
got you
support,
by
I
your
noticed
nuts.
that.
I got
You know
you
what
by
I'm
your
saying?
nuts.
I
know
noticed
you
that the
want
men that was the good men, the women used to call down all the time. I wanted to say so bad, stop calling me, man. You know, I want
to
his
make
license.
it rise up. Yeah.
You know,
It's better.
Alethea said women be deadbeats too. Yeah, they do.
Yes.
Of course, we said that
Yes, they do.
earlier.
I
Before
raised the
you got on
deadbeats,
here,
baby.
we most definitely was talking about that. The women are most definitely can be deadbeats as well. She said women be in the streets having their oldest kids raising their youngest ones.
Yes,
Yeah, I
they
know.
do all day.
I know a lot of women like
All
that
they do.
that did let the oldest children not have a life and
Mhm.
had children back to back, and the oldest raised all of them,
Yeah.
and the mama was in the streets.
Yeah. And she wondered why her kids don't pay her no attention,
Right.
don't listen to her, don't have no respect for her. Because you wasn't at home.
Mhm.
You was outside. They calling big sis. They calling big bruh because that's their mama and they daddy.
Oh, wait a minute. You read that? She said some women have double standards. They look for the new dude to take care of them and their kids. A new woman come in the picture and they hit in the collar.
So I don't like the fact that how some of us act
That's
when we
true.
have, you know what I'm saying? It's cool when we get a new dude, but when our children's father
Father
get a new girlfriend, if y'all, you know what I'm saying, some women want to act funny. Like,
How about the new girlfriend act funny though?
how about the situation when a new girlfriend want to do for your child? She want to get her hair
Oh, by all
done.
means.
She want to buy her stuff. She want to take her places. She want to do this.
Right.
But she do, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You feel she doing too much because she doing shit that you can't do.
Right.
So you feeling insecure.
I had an incident like that.
So now you want to don't have that bitch around my kids.
Right. And
Huh?
the child don't come over no more.
Or if the child like the new girlfriend.
Yeah.
We gonna
That
wrap
shit
it up,
crazy
'cause
as
it's
hell.
getting late, y'all.
Shout out to my bonus mom. I love my bonus mom.
Yeah. We
You know
gonna
what
wrap
I'm
it
saying?
up. But Alethea said a woman can't raise a man and can barely raise a girl to be a woman. Some women,
Some
for
women,
sure.
not all.
Some
So,
women,
some
for
of them.
sure. It depends. It just, and then you can raise your children a certain way when they're young and they become adults and act
Yeah.
like they didn't even hear nothing you did,
Exactly.
or their whole attitude be different. So we can't always say that it's about the parents sometimes.
Exactly.
definitely
And I
do.
said that earlier.
Kids
Yeah.
can definitely hold grudges and be bitter.
Uh-huh.
For sure.
And have the wrong perception of what went down in the household. And
Right.
you're like, well, when that happened?
Now you the reason why, you know what I'm saying? My daddy don't use him doing come see me. Nah, nigga, your daddy ain't want you. But I ain't want to tell you that he ain't want
Exactly.
you. You know what I'm saying?
But we appreciate everyone for joining in.
Yes.
Loving on us, and we loving on y'all.
Yes.
You know, so mwah.
Yeah. And then just we appreciate y'all for tuning in, like, share, and
Comment.
and do it again and again and again.
Every
Just keep doing
Wednesday.
it.
Women's Wednesday. Shout out to
My husband had
Messy
a great
Men Monday.
question. Yeah, tune in to Messy Men Mondays. We gonna keep saying that until they stop saying Wild Out Wednesdays. Okay, give us our respect.
Right. Let's
You hear
talk
what I'm
about it
saying?
Fridays.
Yes, for sure, always. But otherwise than that, we out of here. I'm just trying to figure out what music. But we out of here though.
All right.
All right.
Listen that tail straight. If you was a drug, I'd take you where you as the scent of my perfume.
it hit different when a real one hold you down. Hop up in the whip, girl, let's ride around town. You'll be surprised what I do to see you smile.
He finds you hiding in
Girl,
a
I know
room.
it hit different when a real one holds you down. Hop up in the whip, girl, let's ride around town. You'll be surprised what I do to see you smile, girl. You'll be surprised what I do to see you smile, girl.
I get geek when I see your face. You got a whole vibe, it'll light up the place. I'm like, yeah. The way she walk, the way she talk, like, yeah. The way she give it to me, goddamn. I'm sitting back trying to figure this. A love that was unconditional in plain sight. You was hiding, playing hide and seek. Food, I peek at boo, I peeked up and I found you screaming. So I'm going all in, spending every dollar, every twin, trying to go up. You should see that smile up on your face, cause I told you once before, you can light up the place. You know it's sky the limit. I told you I'm in it to win it. Me and you, Bonnie and Clyde, from beginning to the end, and we gon' ride this. We gon' take off to the sunset with a little
I know it hit different when a real one hold you down. Hop up in the whip, girl, let's ride around town. You'll be surprised what I do to see you smile, girl. You'll be surprised what I do to see you smile, girl. I know it hit different when a real one hold you down. Hop up in the whip, girl, let's ride around town. You'll be surprised what I do to see you smile, girl. Yeah, you'll be surprised what I do to see you smile. I be thinking about you every minute, thinking about you every hour. Every time we get together, feel like we got superpowers. Yeah, we gon' hit